We're doing it. We're going to the Antarctic Circle today. We have gone from Ushuaia to the Falklands to South Georgia to the South Orkneys and the Antarctic Peninsula, and today we're going the farthest south we've ever been.
Wow, they woke us up a bit early here, but it's for a big moment, crossing the Antarctic Circle.
Morning!
29.
From the northern end of the Pan American Highway to the Antarctic Circle.
We did it!
Oh, it's cold.
And we aren't just turning back now, we are here to enjoy our time below the circle. Heather put up manifest whale signs yesterday, which actually really worked. So today I put up a free orca food sign, and I'm hoping for the best. We haven't seen orcas up close yet, but they should be hanging around this area. We're heading out for a short cruise to see the huge icebergs and some seals.
Of the vessel, 100 meters off the vessel, you have orca passing the vessel.
There are some extra paid excursions on the boat, and this one is a helicopter landing. So the helis are shuttling some folks up to the mountain to wander around below the circle. And we're gonna check out some orcas from the Zodiacs. So we decided to try and spell out a word together. I think it turned out pretty good. We spelled out Antarctica. It was really refreshing going for the plunge. They wouldn't let us go again, but we did try. And it was just such an awesome, warm day down here.
Ultramarine currently finds herself in position just off of Datai Island. We've arisen to a beautiful morning with the sun shining and the winds at less than 8 knots. There is ice all around the vessel, and the outside temperature is 0 degrees or Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This morning we do anticipate a disembarkation of approximately 8 a.m. We will see you on shore. Look forward to exploring with you south of the circle here this morning.
Thanks, you too. This is what we thought Antarctica would be like.
Pretty cool.
Sundog.
Welcome to Base W. It's of course a British research base. It was set up in 1956 and was rather suddenly abandoned in 1959 and 3 years later. The story of the abandonment is a very interesting one. I'll tell you in another room. But what's really important is that even in our short time here is that we soak in every detail possible. Every corner of the room has got some quirky feature that's been left behind as the time capsule this whole building is. For example, how many of you noticed the calendar from 1957 under the bunk bed? Or even the bird skull that sits on top of the tin here? Whilst they were initially going to be picked up in 59 anyway and do a full shutdown of the base, the ice kept the ship in which was to pick them up around 30 miles away from where they needed to be. And so even with the assistance of icebreakers, they could not get close enough to actually pick up the men. So they had to pack up their supplies as it was heading into winter and make the dash over 30 miles to the ship. Now, of course, they couldn't stay because staying another year without food in winter would mean their death. Sure. But very interestingly was the story of what happened on that journey. So on the journey they had their dogs with them, the sled dogs. They'd raised them since they were young for this purpose. And one of the dogs, Stephen, who was actually the black-headed dog in that picture there, broke loose from his harness and began to run. And so the men tried to catch Stephen, but if you own a dog, or have owned a dog, you know that if you chase after a dog, you know, it thinks it's a great game. And that's exactly what Stephen did. And after a while, the men had to make the heartbreaking decision to leave him to his fate. And the last they saw of Stephen was him kind of running back towards the base. And 3 months later, they go off to Horseshoe Island, and that's where they're kind of sat afterwards. In the distance, on the horizon, they see something moving. And then it had 4 legs and a tail, and it was Stephen. He had made a 60-mile journey between Horseshoe Island and Base W back to them. He had made this journey only once previously, 22 months ago, on the way from Horseshoe Island to the base itself, sledding over land, which at the time was pretty much uncharted. But he had remembered the route, and it had taken him 3 months, and he had made it healthy as well.
Wow.
And so they believe that there are a few less penguins. And I'm very happy to say Stephen lived the rest of his life very happy and healthy.
Thank you for coming along to the Antarctic Circle with us. If you liked this video, let us know in the comments, like and subscribe. And if you want to help us out a bit more, head over to our Patreon. We'll see you guys for our last bit of time in Antarctica next time.